Yay!
Why, hello!
Mortal Kind to Quest Accepted. A tabletop role-playing game run by a bunch of really cool people who enjoy spending time together and going on adventures and working through a lot of really cool stuff. Hello and welcome to session 10?
10.
10. We're in double digits, guys.
Heyo!
Yay!
Holy shit. Before we begin, we have some housekeeping and things to advertise. What are we discussing today? What do we got?
So, first off, we got a new follower, Ting Games 9. Thank you, Ting Games 9. You got us to 79 followers. We're almost to 80.
Yay!
And with that being said, there was a suggestion on last week's Sunday Scaries to do a retroactive celebration for 75. So we're working the details out on that, but we will let you know what's going to happen. I mean, yeah, because we still have to figure that out, right?
Yeah, we still got to discuss the details.
We'll figure it out, get a day, let you know, so you can come and hang out with us.
There's rumblings afoot. But
we have an idea, but we're going to discuss it, and who knows what shape it'll take by the time the brainstorming ends.
Yes, and it'll be fun. So that'll be that. Steve, you got anything?
No. Well, I mean, I guess kind of. Come catch me Thursday. To watch The Witcher. Off stream, I probably spent about 6 hours arm wrestling to get money for the things that we need in order to continue. So, please join.
Steve, you got to stop wrestling those kindergartners. All right, that like their lunch money is not worth it.
Their lunch money is always worth it.
You're right. You're right.
Because then I can, if I take all their money for their lunches, then I can set the prices of the lunches. So then they go back to their mom and then or dad and then say like, "Hey, it used to be $5, now it's 10," and then I take the 10.
And that is late stage capitalism.
And then I buy the lunch for 3.
Or inflation.
Or inflation.
But
nice.
But yeah, no, that's going on. You completed with Little Nightmares 2,
which was awesome,
dude. That game, oh my God, tore my heart out. Okay, like I'm not gonna spoil it here. You can watch the VODs, but God, it's so sad. But a big thank you to Adora for helping get like 100% on it. So completed it, completionist. It did it. And that was awesome. So thank you, Adora. Adora was also the one that kind of like threw out the suggestion for the 75, the actual like idea. So,
nice,
good job.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
But yeah, so that was fun. That was very fun, but very sad.
And also, damn you.
Yes, soon.
Because that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
I like, but I also too much sometimes, you know.
Absolutely. We'll be making, like what you said earlier, we'll be making paintings.
Yeah, we'll be making certain kinds of paintings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What?
No.
So,
PG.
I'm thinking
Ugh.
vaguely nihilistic.
Gross.
Serenity says hi. Serenity says hi.
Well, why, hello.
Serenity says hi, that's so cute.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
What was I gonna say? I got thrown off by the sweetness. Yeah, so I'm thinking, because Nexale had asked, what's the next game? And I'm thinking if we have people available to do like a group game, something. Maybe like,
that would be
I don't
cool.
know.
To be fair, I did say that once we hit affiliate, that I would play Sunday Scare.
Yay!
So I do think I need to honor that.
Let's go.
Scariest game. Scariest
but
game.
it has to be a Sunday that works for me.
Yes.
So that I'm not too scared, you know?
You gotta prepare for it like a month in advance.
Yeah, like I gotta prepare
That's
for
the fun
it.
stuff.
You know, make sure that my dog is here.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna read all the spoilers.
Yeah, maybe.
Why do you give her ideas?
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't give her ideas.
We
The thing is, I would totally be like, I'm gonna do that. And then you know me, all of a sudden it would just be like, thought gone, I will forget. And then I'll show up and be like, oh man, I forgot I was gonna read the spoilers. You don't ever have to worry about me reading spoilers because the thought, it's like always fleeting in my mind. Like it comes and then it goes and I forget. And I get distracted and I do something else.
We
I'm
will
glad you
definitely
haven't
have
read
to.
the book, the handbook that I wrote for the campaign, so that's good.
We'll definitely have to prepare so that way Birdstrike says, let me know, and they'll get off. So they're going to take the day off of work to watch you play. So we're going to have to
Hell
make sure
yeah.
everybody
Oh,
knows.
wow.
Oh my god.
So, hey, this is a big deal, Tiff. You've said it. Now it has to happen.
Well, I apologize because I don't think it's gonna be fun. I think it's just gonna be me screaming a lot. So
That's kind of the deal.
might be fun, but it might also be really annoying.
I'll just
So,
change the
oh.
filter and then you'll be the horror.
Ah.
But yeah, so that's the Sunday Scaries news. So we'll see what happens when we get there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we can always find a game that we can all play,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like any game that can house 5 people.
We also got to think
How-
about the computer limitations that, like, the lowest of our requirements is. I think Tiff
That
doesn't
would
have
be me.
necessarily a game.
In
to set
case
up.
anybody hasn't figured it out from watching this stream, that's me. I'm the problem. I'm the reason we can only do so much.
You know what's not necessarily scary, but kind of fun and surprising, and has a little bit of tension is Among Us. And
Oh
if
my
we
god,
get-
I was just thinking that.
We could
we
do
do
would
that.
that,
There's
yeah.
5 of us.
Yeah.
We can do it with 5 followers, and then that's also including the community, and then there's
There
10
you
people.
go.
Among Us is the most fun with 10 people.
There you go.
I was that's crazy. We that's insane. That's
Were you
literally
just
insane.
thinking
I
it
was
just
like-
now?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
like as we were talking about it, I was like, "Oh, Among Us." And I was like, "Well, what would be a good how would I was trying to find a way to make a joke about Among Us to where it's only Among Us, but like it wasn't happening." And then
Oh,
Bird Strike.
yeah.
thank
Holy
you so
crap.
much for the 100
Thank
bits.
you very much.
Well,
She-
cheer points.
She is down for the Among Us and 100 bits. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. But
All
yeah,
right,
no,
that's-
it's a definite thing. So
Done deal.
all right. Well, in that case, we'll,
Yeah, we'll set that up for
let's do-
Sun.
let's
Alright.
do let's.
How's everyone
let's
for
get-
this Sunday? Friday?
Oh, I'm out of town this weekend.
Well,
We may
Wow.
have to
we'll coordinate.
reconvene on this.
We'll
Okay.
we'll make a poll or something in the Discord. Steve, thank you for putting
True.
that in the chat.
Again,
So
reading your
Ah.
mind.
if you want to get involved and you want to play Among Us with us, get in the Discord, and because that's how it's probably going to happen. We're probably going to get in the Discord chat and talk it out,
Yeah,
have
so
a good
that-
time.
Mhm.
So join the Discord and we'll plan out a day that works for people and stuff like that.
Heck yeah, that'd be great. My students last year at the end of the year, they were like, "Mr. Haynes, play Among Us with us," and I was like, "Okay." And it's stressful. I was screaming in my own lab. I was like,
Yeah.
"Ah!" and they're like, "Mr. Haynes, stop it, stop it. It's not that big a deal." And I'm like, "But you're chasing me, and I don't know if you're gonna kill me." And I also don't know how it works. Chris Caffin. Chris Caffin just joined the quest.
Thank you for joining,
Thank you.
Chris.
Thank
Caffin.
you.
Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome, Chris
I just-
Caffin. Coffin?
I just Googled Among Us, and all I can think of is that one viral dude who just screams at like 5-year-olds.
That's
Wait,
basically
what?
my
That's-
daily.
That's probably gonna be us.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Guys,
Thank
this
you for
is
joining, Chris.
is
Appreciate
a
it. No,
great
thank
day.
you.
Thank you. Does that bring us to 80? Did we hit 80?
I think we
I
just
think
hit
we hit
80.
We hit 80! That's 20 away. We're 20 away
Yay!
from the Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, Steve, tell them
Yes,
about
yes,
the thing,
what's
and then Marco, you
Hearts?
tell them about your thing. And
Oh,
Well-
well, so when we hit 100, Kingdom Hearts playthrough all the way through as fast as possible, as fast as possible, chronological order.
Yeah, in the logical so when you say chronological order, you know what?
I mean,
It should
no,
be- it
we're
should
not
really
gonna
be
we're not going to be here for 4 hours
chron-illogical.
discussing the lore of Kingdom Hearts.
I'm talking about not timeline of the game when it came out. I'm talking about the timeline of the lore of the game.
Yeah, that's the confusing one.
so it's
It's
the
all confusing.
we'll call it the chron illogical stream.
Ah, Matt with the names. I love it.
Yes.
Um,
And then I'll have a billboard of just like plot.
Threads.
That's all.
Pepe
plot
Sylvia.
threads.
Pepe Sylvia.
if you haven't seen the Unraveled video that Brian Gilbert does, you definitely should. It's very, very good regarding it. It's hilarious. Yeah, and then once we hit 150 followers, I will GM in a French-made outfit. So
I'm looking forward.
I said it off the cuff, just like not thinking about it, and now I'm like, I said it on stream. I'm committed. So hopefully, that'll be a short session that day.
He's gonna be like,
Hey,
so
everybody.
since I'm God, everyone dies. Bye.
I'm not you.
I didn't do that.
No, but you
We
threatened
all
it a lot.
made it.
Yeah, it happens. That's what you're supposed to do as a chaotic GM.
Keep us on our toes.
A fantastic GM.
It's like the like classic, I'm not playing anymore. Well, if you're not going to behave as players, I'm not going to play anymore.
I
You're
can't
gonna
have
die.
it.
You can't have it.
Smite and smite and smite. Okay. Are we ready?
I think so.
Yay.
Okay.
Look down. Look down.
There's not going to be any travel music for the first part. I'm just setting things up. All right. Previously, you all found yourself a nice time of respite at the Ague Citadel after having ventured into the Blightland, rescuing the kobold alchemist Mercury, student to claim the Winged Rider, and thwarting the plans, an operation of the Verdoran cult. Made it back to the Ague Citadel, took a day to rest, relax, spend some time in remembrance, and get to know each other. As the pale morning light breaks over the desolate horizon, you gather your belongings and prepare to leave the barren wasteland that stretches mercilessly behind you. Before you lies a journey of ambition and peril, a path winding from the Blightland to Könntek, and your boon from the Winged Rider Kalaim. The scene, for now, is yours. The four of you are together in the courtyard of the Ague Citadel. Pugy and Mercury are with you all. And Bellinor and Club have wished you well. You each get 400 gold pieces. If you haven't added that to your inventory, go ahead and do that. And you are prepared to travel.
Are you sure they didn't put an extra 0 on this? This is the most gold I have ever seen in my life.
I was just about to say this is pretty hefty.
It's just enough to get you to Könntek. I don't expect that you run into any trouble or need very much of it. But once you're in Könntek, accommodations, if they're not provided to you, this should be more than sufficient. And at the very least, you all deserve it after going through what you went through to save young Mercury here. A small kobold with the backpack of full of alchemical supplies and bottles and swishing things kind of looks at you guys and just holding Hazel's hand.
I would have saved you for free.
And she nuzzles up against you.
Naps the neck.
Well, it is
Hey,
very
maybe
generous.
we can-
So, thank you.
Maybe we can go to the market once we get there.
Oh, a market. Oh.
With this much gold, we could probably buy the market.
What a thought. And then we, well, then what would we sell?
Well, I guess we lost all of those gems in the cave.
We should sell Shun's pancakes.
I mean, anything Shun cooks, really.
We could have pancakes in the morning for breakfast, and then he could make lunch and dinner too.
We will have to go to the market first, and it looks like this 400 gold may go by quicker than I thought. I do look forward to a nice pan. Can't wait to sear things again.
I can't wait to taste the things you sear again.
You're already making me hungry. We haven't even left.
We haven't even left. Ah,
And we have a long road ahead of us.
does anybody
How
have
long
any
of
food?
a road exactly?
Oh yeah, that is a good question.
Gonna be a few weeks.
A few weeks, oh my god. Maybe we could buy like a motorcycle crew or a mount or something.
Are those
Or just buy a bunch of
goblins?
hazels and they can transform into wolves and bears and we can just ride those. I don't know. With 400 gold, we can do a lot.
Do you still
As
have the,
you-
the number of those goblins?
As Vagari, as you say this, your necklace of the bear claws starts to glow a little bit. And from them, small stones of varying colors shoot out to each of the members' hands.
Is it projectiling where I'm like, "Pah, pah, pah," or like, is it like?
It just no, it doesn't. There's no. I mean, there could be. You could do that if you want to.
Like, ugh.
Each of you.
So then, Sean, we can.
I knew it!
Each of you are pelted with a stone,
Yeah, that sounds like a projectile. I'm so sorry, guys.
and from each of these stones, I would like you to describe the color and the mount that you get. You each get a phantom steed from Vagari's
What?
barbarian abilities.
It's wild.
It has to be a phantom steed.
It's a spell called
I like
phantom.
how I just wished for a mount and now I'm being picky about it, by the way.
It's a spell called Phantom Steed. And each of you get to describe your own steed. And I would like everybody to roll 1d4 plus 2.
1d4 plus 2.
Why is the music not working?
Oh. You said 1d4
Mine wasn't a
plus
good
2?
roll or anything.
1d4 plus 2. Give me the total numbers.
I got to
Five.
6.
3.
I also got to 6.
All right.
Okay,
How's
so
the view
Vagari
from
and
down there at the
Hazel.
bottom of the totem pole?
Why is the music not playing? Do you guys hear it?
No.
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 I does not. So
Like I see the track playing, but I
My
also don't hear it.
liege.
It is not playing.
Why does it do this? Why do you do this? Why?
I have a follow-up
no.
question. I'm like way too focused on this projectile problem. When the balls projectile out, do they turn into phantom steeds as they're projectiling toward all of us?
The bear claw necklace glows, and from it these little beads sort of come out of them, and they land in front of each of you. Shun, it hits you in the eye because that's what you did. So here it goes in your mouth because that's what you did. And Hazel, for you, it just kind of hits you, like it lands in you. You manage to catch it.
Ooh, look at me.
So-
Athletic.
What color and what style is your mount? So, for example, Mercury and Puggy get one as well. Puggy summons a large, like beige, kind of ethereal phantom bull, and he grabs one of the horns and mounts it, and just like, thanks, this is pretty awesome. about the rest of you?
Yeah.
What does Mers look like, though?
Merc, more time to think.
It's a mini pony.
Mercury's is a sort of like orange-ish with hues of blue coming off the edges of the ethereal sort of mist, and hers is a Shetland pony.
I see theirs come out, and I'm like, huh, those look sick. I can't wait to see what mine looks like. And you see this little, like, pink puff of smoke, and from it emerges this, like, My Little Pony-esque looking phantom steed. And rather than, like, a mane and hair, it has, like, little bubbles of pink hearts that, like, flow out and, like, pop and dissipate onto the floor. And I just look at it like, not what I would have picked, not my style, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Hey Pudgy, do you want to trade?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
You also get the sense that the decision is not permanent.
I'll take mine out and saber tooth tiger. No, I'll throw it on the ground, and a wildebeest appears.
I like it.
And it has, you know, a braided mane, all the way back, so that way it's like a handhold when you're on top of it. But you know, just light brown fur with some little bit of dark spots all around it.
Dark brown, light brown, and dark brown wildebeest. A pink My Little Pony pony. We have
My
a beige
Little
bull and an orange Shetland pony.
To no surprise, mine's going to be a wolf.
Of course.
Very, very large white wolf with like piercing red eyes.
Mine will just be
A spider.
You know what? You know what? I feel like after getting hit in the eye and like he's just like, oh jeez, and like it would make sense that there's just this fuzzy red spider. And he's just like, oh that hurt, Byyyeee. What?
Yeah.
This has to be a joke.
Oh hey Chief, now you have a new friend.
Does that have to be mine?
Well, you can trade. I got the frou-frou one over here.
No. I will get the spider.
Are you sure?
No.
I mean, frou-frou looks good on you. Pink and red don't necessarily go together, from what I'm told, but somehow I think you'd make it work.
Do you want to trade? No. No,
Byyyeee, queen of the spiders. Eh?
Honestly, as good as that sounds, I think I'm kind of having more fun and amusement out of Shun having to ride that thing. So, tradesies off. Have fun.
Okay. I will get on the spider. It's a horse.
Exposure therapy, Shun.
It's a horse. It's a horse. It's a horse. Oh. Oh.
You feel the hydraulics of the legs and the exoskeleton move under you, a weird sort of tingling as you mount its thorax.
You didn't have to say any of that.
You don't have bones, you just have blood.
That was definitely a choice.
Yeah, it's for funsies.
Well, I won't question how the hell that just happened, but maybe I should make more wishes while I got some luck streaming. What do you guys think I should wish for next?
Another flying ship.
Flying
boat.
ship.
Mhm.
That would
Can
have
I
been
get
better.
a flying... Dear Lord, can I get a flying mount, please?
Nothing happens.
Okay, well, I guess summoning 6 of those is tapped out for now. Maybe we'll try again in a couple days.
It sounds fair. Or what if everyone gets one?
I hope I get a different one.
I wish for some candy for us all. Okay. Okay. All right, fine. It was just you.
Well, some anomaly.
I'll have Shun, Hazel, and Severe take their headphones off for a second. Very quickly. Vagari, as you start to take steps outward on your mount, you just hear from the back of your head, "Find us." The same voice from your dream.
Yay? No? Yay? Yay.
Yeah.
I just look around. Who said that? Did you guys hear that?
Don't understand
I did not
why
hear anything.
Sirenscape is being such a butt today.
Okay, I must just be hearing things.
All right.
Well, are we ready to set foot?
Yes?
Ready whenever you are. Always.
Matt, if you could please bring up the map.
Oh yeah, did we find out what our roles were for yet?
Ooh.
Once you complete the journey, these phantom steeds, you get certain uses after you complete your journey. So, Shun gets 5, Vagari gets 6, Severe gets 3, and Hazel gets 6. So, note those numbers down, because once you make it to Könntek, when you go to use the Phantom Steed again, that's how many uses you have, period.
Mm.
Is it the same steed every time?
You get to change the steed's form however you want each time you use it.
Thank
But
God.
it does stay in that form for the duration.
And how long is it?
The spell is typically 1 hour, but in this case, for these, it'll be for 8 hours.
I can handle that.
Sweet.
The map looks so beautiful.
So, before you, I have we have the map of Sajin, and we're going to go from the Agu Citadel, which is just south of the Undying Sea, down to Könntek Castle. So you can see, if you see that little cross in the top right, that's in the middle of like a sort of delta of rivers.
So like
Uh-huh.
northeast of Transient Mountains.
Yes, northeast of Transient Mountains, there's like a cross. That's where the Agu Citadel is. And you will be making your way down to Könntek by the waterfalls near the Niran Plateau.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
Your steps first take you through the twisted and gnarled remnants of a forsaken forest. The trees, once vibrant with life, are now skeletal sentinels, whispering tales of a forgotten past to those who dare to listen. Their branches grasp at the air like long forgotten hands reaching out for redemption. The rancid stench of bog water fills your nostrils as you carefully navigate this eerie expanse. The ground beneath you treacherous and shifting with each step. As the oppressive aura of the blogged land begins to fade, the scenery gradually transforms. The air grows cooler, heralding your approach to the imposing Transient Mountains. Their jagged peaks pierce the sky like the teeth of a colossal beast. The air begins to feel lighter, as if the world itself is breathing a sigh of relief. The twisted barren trees and cracked earth gradually give way to a vast expanse of grassland. Waves of tall, golden grasses ripple in the breeze, stretching as far as the eye can see. The sound of distant bird songs absent in the Blightland, returns to fill the air with a gentle melody. You find yourself in the serene yet eerie expanse of Trenchant Valley. The valley is a broad, sweeping plain, dotted with ancient standing stones and whispering grasses. The silence here is profound, broken only by the occasional rustling of the wind and distant calls of unseen creatures. The tranquility is a welcome respite, though it is tinged with an underlying sense of forgotten history. As you journey further, the plains begin to roll and undulate, rising and falling like a swell of a great green ocean. The path you follow leads you towards these valleys, where the land narrows and the sound of rushing water begins to echo in the distance. As you crest a final hill, the land drops away before you, revealing a striking sight. A wide stone bridge, newly constructed, yet bearing the weight of ancient artistry, spans a roaring waterfall that cascades into the valley below. The bridge is adorned with statues of warriors and beasts from across the world, each figure standing as a sentinel every few feet, watching over those who cross. The mist from the waterfall catches the sunlight, creating a dazzling array of colors that dance in the air. Beyond the bridge, perched upon a cliff that overlooks the valley, stands a grand castle. Unlike the rugged surroundings, this castle is a marvel of unity, a combined effort of three great kingdoms that once vied for control of Sagen: the orcs, the humans, and the elves and dwarves. Its architecture blends the strength and fortitude of orcish craftsmanship, the elegance and precision of elven and dwarven artisanship, and the practicality and grandeur of human design. The castle, with its sleek lines and fortified walls, stands as a testament to the newfound unity of these once rival nations, a beacon of hope and collaboration in a world still healing from the scars of war. You are crossing this bridge across this rushing waterfall towards Könntek Castle. We're done with the map, thank you. The scene is yours.
Oh wow. This is way different than back home, Vagari.
Yeah, I'll say, never seen one of those before, looking like whenever we went past the waterfall.
The waterfall's below you.
Oh, below us. Ooh.
So you're walking on this valley. Imagine like, a couple 100 feet wide space. There's a valley canyon off to the north to your right, and then off to your left is the cliff drop off. And so you see you're on this bridge that's, I don't know, about, let me get the exact measurement because I have it here. Yeah, about 60 feet wide. So this 60-foot wide bridge, you were on a regular stone path in the canyon until you made it to this bridge. And so this bridge is across this like sort of lake sort of area where this waterfall that's off to your right continues into another waterfall down to your left, and you're on this bridge in the middle of it. And at the end of the bridge, you can see, it's about a mile long bridge. You can see there is the castle before you as you're just crossing this bridge, and the water is rushing below you.
I direct my steed over, how in the Olympics they do the crisscross, the Aquarian. He's just coming over there, and I peer over the bridge. What do you think that we could maybe jump? What do you think would happen if we went down the waterfall?
Make a perception check.
One way to find out.
Perception is a 13.
13. A couple 100 feet forward, as you're looking down at the bridge and everything, you see a figure kind of holding on to one of the columns that the bridge is built on, and they're just struggling against the currents, just holding on to this.
Oh shoot, guys, I think somebody had my idea before me. Look. And I point down to the dude.
Oh,
Should
that
we
is
help?
not- that
Hughie,
is
get
not
down there.
good. Hmm.
Hey, how fun did you have? Do you think that it's worth trying?
Huh? Maybe you can give me a hand.
Let me
Throw her
look
up
in my-
down. Please.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Give me a second. I like pull out a rope from my bag and I tie it around like my horse's waist to give myself like some extra like stability, and I throw the rope down, hoping it's long enough to get to him.
You throw the rope down. The figure like goes for it, reaches it, like tries to pull himself up. Can you pull me up, please?
Yeah, give me a second. You'd think he would be able to climb himself. I'm like backing up with my horse, and now my horse is like equestrian, like cross-legging the other way.
That's just how it walks.
Yeah.
The entire way, it's just
She's
sideways
a
doing
prancer.
this.
Hughie moves off to the side, gets off of his bull, and he grabs the rope, and he's like, "Sabir, you want to help me?"
Of course. And I'll go ahead and help.
You guys start to pull this guy up. A human with red hair and a red beard, human-looking guy, shows up, like is pulled over the railing.
Whoa, Sabir! I've heard of these people before. Leprechauns.
I'm a normal size human, cher.
Are you sure? Cause I've heard stories. You fit the bill perfect.
No, you just very tall, cher. You just a tall, big woman, a big woman that I appreciate. Thank you all very much. And he like
stone rainbows.
shakes his he has this duster coat and manages to like pull this like wide brim hat that he styles on him.
As he's adjusting himself, I'm looking for little nuggets of gold that might trickle out of his like clothing.
Make a perception check.
Can I use Dreamcraft to make a little rainbow?
You want to make a little rainbow.
I rolled
Yes.
an 8.
You absolutely can. No
Yay.
gold drops from him aside from the droplets of water that fall from his soaked clothes.
What were you doing down there?
Well, I wasn't really intending on taking a swim today. I'm a normal size. You don't need to make the rainbow. There is no pot at the end of this
I'm
rainbow.
pretty sure you made that, but continue, Mr. Leprechaun Man.
Well, Hazel, you have to like people can tell when you're casting a spell.
I didn't see
Oh,
anything.
you want me to cast it? Like, do you want me to do something, or you just mean they know?
Druidcraft, no, people just know when you're casting a spell. Like unless you like try to hide it somehow, or you have like subtle spell, which is a thing. Like people can tell when you cast a spell. There's no
Nope,
secrecy
I
to it.
definitely didn't see anything. That's definitely the Leprechaun.
Yeah, I mean, if I could do it behind Vigari's back, but I don't have anything to make it like
Make
a secret or anything like that. I was just kind of doing it for fun.
make a sleight of hand check.
All right.
I was more so implying Byyyeee just pretends that she doesn't give a shit.
Well,
That's a 5, so
yeah,
not
probably
very
not.
sly, but I'm okay with it. It was more for fun, anyways.
Shit,
For
you're barely hiding.
to torture the human.
You are barely hiding. I can see it very straightforward, right here. But I guess it's not the end of the world. My name is Jean-Baptiste Duval. It
I'm
is my
sorry.
very honor to meet you.
Can you repeat that? But slower?
Jean-Baptiste Duval.
Jean-Baptiste Fula.
Jean-Baptiste
John Baptiste.
Duval.
I have heard of those religious leprechaun. We'll just call you Mr. L. Seems shorter.
You know, after saving my life, you may call me whatever you want.
Done. So, Mr. L, were you just going for a nice swim off the cliff? What was going on there?
No, I was On my way, I am the purveyor of Arcane Echoes, my magic shop in Könntek, and I was on my way to continue my explorations of the arcane. I am in search of relics and interesting magics. Nothing exaptive, no exaptive magic for me. No, I may look as such, but I am a straight arrow, as you know. And I was on my way, making my journey out, and these weird creatures just appeared out of the blue, and just like that, gone once more, made of smoke and hatred. He adjusts the
Insight
satchel
check.
that he's got. What?
Insight check.
Yeah, make an insight check.
13.
13. He seems earnest, you know. Seems like he clearly didn't go in the water intentionally. Like, yeah, they were nipping out me, these weird smoke creatures, and one way down, right?
Can I do a check to see if his description of these creatures, like, reminds me of anything? Or, like, if I kind of,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm being clear.
Make a history, a nature, or arcana check. Up to you.
Okay.
You say you are a purveyor, but are you a seller
Absolutely, monsieur. This is what I do.
of magical artifacts?
8.
The description is familiar, but something seems missing from what you're recognizing. Yes, I am a seller and purchaser of arcane items.
Any charms?
Charms, enchantments, blessings
What
and
kind of charms
curses.
do you say?
Are they lucky?
Well, of course. I mean, luck is.
By any chance, are any of them balloon shaped?
All right. Perhaps not exactly the charms of luck that you were thinking of, but and he goes to like reach in his bag, and as he does, all these 6 ghostly smoking creatures pop up around you all. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Dude, I'm crying. When I caught on, it was so hard not to die.
That was very smooth, Steve. All right, everybody, initiative rolls. These smoke creatures that Hazel you do recognize, with burning red eyes of different forms, burst forth in the middle of the bridge. One of them knocking this bag of his, turning it inside out with all sorts of magical items displayed out along the bridge. Each of these smoking creatures grab something. What's so funny? What? What's up?
Nothing.
All
I
these
said, "Oh,
creatures
no."
Serious. Or should I
grab
say
something,
cereal?
and I need initiative counts. Hit me.
16.
25 to 20.
Oh, not me.
No! No, kid!
Okay. 15 to 20.
Me.
18.
16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel was 15.
18.
Oh, 18. Girl?
I finally rolled well. What can I say?
Yeah,
It's
fair enough.
shocking.
Okay. 10 to 15. Bruh. Okay. Oh, that's right. I need to roll for these two as well.
Also, I think I fixed the thing on you, Tiff.
You fixed the what?
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was starting to get a headache, so I had to change it was too bright in my face, so I had to change my lighting.
You look better now. You looked dark earlier.
Thank you. Yeah, I turned on a different light because it was just too bright.
Fair enough. Okay. So here and Sean, what did you guys roll?
9.
4. About as close to as bad as I can do.
All right.
You ever
Yeah,
think the
Sean,
pot was actually or the balloon was a pot upside
You're
down?
pretty low on the initiative order.
It
Okay.
may be forbidden.
Let's go ahead and go to roll 20.
Roll 20.
Oh, that's on me. There we go.
Oh, hey, look at this.
He looks like a leprechaun. Tell me that is not a leprechaun. Dude, called it.
He does.
Like, can we get a zoom in on his face?
Oh my god. Hazel, you're up first.
Oh no, I'm up first? Alright. I am going to... Alright. I'm just gonna cast Thorn Whip. Oh wait, yeah, okay, for at this purple one, I think.
Thorn Whip at the purple one.
Yeah.
All right. Make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, you're within 5 feet. Thorn Whip is a distance spell.
You're right. And I'm rusty. That's an 8.
8.
Yeah.
Not enough to hit. The Thorn Whip goes like this creature that you can't tell if it's meant to be on 4 legs or if it's meant to be bipedal, like ducks down and the thorns just go straight over. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
You do recognize these creatures, by the way, if I haven't said it.
Yes, you did.
Okay. The blue one, the red one first, is going to run over here. He's going to run up a little bit. And that's going to catch Byyyeee, Mercury, Shun, and Subhere. One of the smoke creatures runs up, grabs a sort of rod-looking thing from the ground, throws it. I need Shun, Subhere, Byyyeee, and Mercury to make dexterity saving throws as a burst of lightning goes across the bridge and slams into a griffin that's statue poised right here.
I'm sorry, but does Myrrh have a Gatling gun?
She does.
Jesus. All right. Gotta make friends with her now.
She's great. Easy to become friends with.
I rolled for crap.
I guess I have some backwards walking to do on that one.
Or to steal.
Shun, how much? What did you roll for your dexterity saving throw?
5.
5. You fail. You take 7 points of lightning damage.
I will use absorb elements.
Okay. What does absorb elements look like?
As the bolt comes through, it hits, and the red on my body starts to heat up, but then the lightning starts to kind of wrap around and go into the black that's creeping up my chest and through my palms, and it absorbs in, and then you see off my eyes.
Okay. So you can half your damage. Sabir, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
9. You also fail. 7 points of lightning damage to you.
Alrighty.
Byyyeee failed as well, and Mercury succeeded. All right, fair enough. That is the red one. The blue one is going to go. It is going to just run up at you, Shun. Actually, I'll do this. Evens, it's Shun. Odds, it's Subhere. That's a 6 on the die. Does a 10 hit?
No.
No, it does not.
Fair enough. This creature comes waving some kind of smokeless weapon, brings it around. Shun, you move off to the side. That's its turn. Vagari, you're up.
I'm not gonna be able to say this with a straight face. I just go into like a rage, partially because of confusion and partially just because we are being ambushed by like hella things right now. And I yell to everyone in the group, "Everyone, the leprechaun has turned on us. Make sure that you go for all his minions. I'll take care of the leader." And I like slash at the leprechaun.
Woo!
Was this one of the 16 you had?
It's like, I could go for the minion, but these all came from the same source, and I don't trust this evil red-headed leprechaun Baptist.
Oh my god.
Make an attack roll, I guess.
But see, based off of God's reaction, I now kind of know where his intentions are. So I feel like that was better than rolling for perception.
Just looking in the sky for God's answer.
I was like, is this the right move, God? I don't know. He is Baptist after all.
That cloud looks like it says good.
I rolled a 9.
He ducks, your axe goes straight between his head and his hat, and he's just like, it lands on him. Shit, what the fuck? These are the things that attacked me! These are the things that made me go for a swim!
Oh, sorry, I wasn't really listening. I was too mesmerized by your red hair and charms.
Will you please just get to work and help me?
Yeah, right, sorry. And I like turn and face the other way. And that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm useless. I also would like to point out to everybody that I have an intellect of 7.
Fair enough.
I think you are completely justified.
I thought so. Seemed evil to me.
The yellow creature is going to move up here, and a cone of like fire and smoke is going to come out of its mouth. I need... It's a 15-foot cone. I think that gets Byyyeee, Mercury, Shun, and Subhere and Hazel. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Stop. Okay, well, alright. I don't know where that dice went.
Oh my gosh.
DC 10.
I rolled a natural 1. So.
Byyyeee and Mercury also fail.
Bye, Steve. I rolled a 15.
15, you succeed. Subhere, what'd you roll?
7.
Okay. Everybody except Shun is blind.
Oh no!
Yep. Y'all are blind until the end of this one's next turn. Fair enough.
Until the end of which one's turn?
The yellow one.
Okay.
So you're blind until the end of until yellow one's next turn. The green one is going to run up to you and just take a straight attack. Ooh. Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take 7 points of slashing damage as this smoke just slices straight through you, slicing you right across the abdomen. Pughie's gonna go. I just realized how many NPCs I have on the field, and I did not do this as I would have liked, but that's okay. Pughie's just gonna like run up, bring up his dukes, and just try to punch. Oh, and he's blind, so he does it. He does it at disadvantage. All right, so that is 15 to hit. Yeah, that'll be enough to hit. All right, he pop right into this smoke creature. Whoops, that went behind my thing. Oh yeah, that's gonna be 8 points of damage, and he just poof. This one just disappears, poofs into thin air. Severe, your turn.
I will scream out, Leprechaun, what is this magic? And I'll grab my spear and I'll just try to like hit forward, I guess, and try to smack the blue shadow creature.
All right, make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Uh, 14.
Yeah, 14 will definitely hit.
Hey, this is what we're talking about, and that is gonna be a 7 points of piercing damage.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, I mean, I'm blind, so I'm just gonna stab out and just I'll feel like I hit solid mass and like, Shadow, is that you?
No.
Oh my god! And I'll just pull the spear out.
Fair enough.
I'll end my turn.
Wait, could you not see me?
No! Oh, and I'll pull out my shield.
The purple one is gonna go. I need well, Hazel, you're already blind. Vagari and Jean-Baptiste need to make dexterity saving throws.
I rolled a 14.
Oh, he rolled a nat 1. You are not blind. Jean-Baptiste is blind. All right, that's this one. This one is dead. Shun, you're up.
I'm going to I cannot move my token.
Oh, my bad.
I was like, is it me?
I plan for everything, and I always forget a thing.
All right. I'm going to run over
it's completely
toward
fine, Mikey.
Hazel. And I'm going to... so seeing that Sabir can't, I'm looking around and seeing who else can't, and noticing Hazel is in the same boat. I'm going to run over and attack the green one with a dagger.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
That's going to be a 19 on the die.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can I get sneak attack with this as well?
You do get sneak attack.
All right, so it's a d4 plus a d6. So that's going to be 8 and 10 damage.
Finish it.
So again, rolling through, seeing it, getting ready to attack her, kind of underneath so it can't see me, and then just right up through the chin.
Absolutely. Okay. That is Shun.
Hazel, whatever you do not hit me. I am right in front of you.
You're where?
I'm right here. And I like tap her on the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Mercury is blind, but she senses something directly in front of her, and she's going to she's like scared. She's like grabbing like her Gatling gun from her pack that has all the alchemical stuff and be like, oh, I don't know. And she just like poofs something in the air, and like purple, gold, red, blue, green, orange, yellow, the entire rainbow of sparkling dust just lays over the battlefield. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, this dice goes away.
Also, I
I
forgot to
rolled
do the elements damage, so it was an extra 5, so 15 total damage.
As you stab it, the lightning goes down like into your eyes, into your chest, down your arm. The gold lines that you have on your arm lighten up with the lightning, and it transfers into the dagger as you make contact. And much like the smoke and ash of a volcano getting struck by lightning, that poofs into clear air, and you see water mist from the waterfall before you, taking the place of what was once dark and occult.
Nice.
All right, dexterity saving throws. What did everybody roll?
4.
Failed?
14.
14.
Oh, 14. 14. Succeeded?
8.
Failed?
That's it.
Vagari?
4.
4. Failed. You are covered in fairy fire dust. So attacks on you have advantage. Pugy failed. He's also. Mercury failed. She also gets it. The yellow one succeeded. Doesn't get anything. Jean-Baptiste failed. The red one failed. And the purple one succeeded. So the red one's the only one that's been fairy fired. And that brings us back to the top. Hazel, you're up.
All right. Well, since I'm blind, I will. I'm just gonna go ahead and wild shape into a wolf for my turn.
What does turning into a wolf look like? Is this your action?
Yeah.
All right.
That's my action. So after Shun like taps me on the shoulder and I realize where he is, I'm gonna kind of like try to look around and then just basically give up hope and exhale heavily. And when I do that, I'm just going to slowly morph into a large wolf that is, brown and black, the same looking wolf that I have been quite a number of times. And then use my nose and sniff around. That's gonna be my turn.
Fair enough. That's Hazel. The red one is going to move up to Yusuf here. It's going to take an attack. Does a 16 hit.
No.
This smoke sort of weapon that's shapeless. You can't tell if it's like a mace or a sword. Comes down and you block it with your shield.
You have advantage.
I do have advantage, don't I? I
Is
rolled.
it until,
I rolled the exact same thing.
Okay, I was gonna say because is this guy that blinded us, or no, the gold one blinded us?
The gold one blinded you. The yellow one.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Vagari, you're up.
I am going to run around Leprechaun Man and dash toward the red one. Whoop, not on him. Dash toward the red guy and take a swing at him.
All right, make an attack roll.
I rolled a nat 1. But since I'm attacking him and I get advantage, can I roll again?
Yes, you do get advantage. Yeah, that's right.
Is Vagari still blind?
I wasn't ever blind.
She was never blind.
Never blind. Cool.
Yeah, no, I just have people get advantage on attacking me.
Okay.
I rolled a 15.
15 will hit. Roll damage.
So that will be... 18 points of damage.
How do you want to kill it?
I'm going to slash straight through it, like parallel to the floor at like chest level. And as I slash him and he dissipates into like a puff of like smoke, you see little horseshoe puffs come out and dissipate into the wind.
I don't know how you do that, but that's really pissing me off.
Dude, I don't know, you tell me.
They're not my monsters. I am a victim in all this.
Yeah, we'll talk after this is all done.
Anybody who is blind is no longer blind. Hazel, the creature takes out this bow, grabs this arrow that's on the ground that spilled out of the bag, and is going to attack you. It shoots wide and lands into the figure of a armored woman over here, the statue of an armored woman holding a shield and a spear, and this has kind of like a Spartan style, like Greco-Roman helmet, not covering their face, just kind of on their head. That's the yellow one's turn. Byyyeee is going to move up, make an attack. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. Yeah, he puffs this one into a puff of smoke, just kind of like runs up, just 1-2, and it just puffs into the air. So here, you're up.
Can I take a look at the ground and see if there's any like things that have dropped that look like weapons?
Yes. You see a number of things. Most of them, a couple of bottles. There's a few. There's a stick that has sort of like the carving of a bull on either side of it.
Like, how big is the stick?
The stick is, I would say, about like 3 feet long.
Medium stick.
Okay. I'll take the medium stick and I'll run up to the purple goblin. Or, not goblin. Run up to the purple shadow creature. And I'll just... And just... I'll point at it and see if it does anything.
Make just a straight sleight of hand check or dexterity check, or... You know what? Make an attack roll. You're just pointing at it, right?
I just pointed at it.
Okay. Here's what we'll do.
He pointed at us, right?
Nat 1 or nat 20?
One.
You go to aim towards it, and as you shove it, you click a button, and it can't... It's like suspended in space and not moving at all, pointing at this thing.
Why do they always get the cool ones? And I'll end my turn.
That's up here. This one is going to... It sees you like go at it. It's gonna like grab onto the rod that's in the air and just swipe at you. Pissed off. Damn, does a 14 hit?
No.
Fair enough. That's its turn. Shun, you're up.
Shun's going to kind of like combat roll over over Hazel, and then other screen, Matt, and then is going to kind of dance his way over near Sabir. Hey, good job, and then stab the purple guy.
All right, make an attack roll with advantage.
With advantage. Also sneak
Wait.
attack?
I think it... Did it fail? I don't remember. Yeah, you get sneak attack.
Okay. Let me hit first. That's going to be a 17 on the die.
17 on the die, that'll hit. Yeah, make roll damage.
9.
How would you like to do this?
Seeing Sabir struggling with this stick, and the goblin getting distracted, I want to come through and just right through the side of the head. And
Goes
just
to
look
the
at
side of the head, it holds still for a moment, and then dissipates once more, leaving all creatures dead and gone. We're done with the map. Whew!
So, Mr. L, are there more of those we should be concerned about?
You may call me Jean-Baptiste, it's fine. Or just Jean. Jean is okay. You know what? Yes, after trying to hit my head, please refer to me as Jean, Jean-Baptiste, or Mr. Duval.
Nah.
Cool.
These are the ones that attack me. And he starts to try to collect things that he dropped.
I'll help him pick up his stuff.
Thank you very much. And he's like, you see, like, there's far more on the ground than would reasonably fit in his bag. And he just keeps putting things in.
This is a lot of stuff to be cramming in that satchel of yours.
Well, I would assume that adventurers of your caliber would understand this is a bag of holding.
Bag of holding? Is that something
Like
that
what?
you can make, or you bought it?
I can make it myself. But it's a very common item for adventurers to travel with. Lightens the load, eh? It can take on a lot more weight than what it. Imagine if you had a really, really, really big pot, but it's small and it can hold a lot of stuff. So instead
Would
of
be
drinking
pretty
8
sweet.
ounces from a cup, you can drink 2 gallons, but it fits in 8 ounces. That's what this is.
I've heard of drinking horns like this. Do you happen to have a spare bag of holding?
I'll tell you what. I'm on my way out of town, but if you end up at my shop in Könntek, in Arcane Echoes, I will meet you there. I will provide one for you for a very reasonable price. But for saving my life today, I will allow you one of these items. And you have an option between an immovable rod, javelin of lightning, or a winged ammunition. The winged ammunition can be whatever you want. Essentially, what it does is it's a ranged weapon attack. So it would be something like a sling bullet, an arrow, a needle from a blowgun, a shuriken or dart, and it ignores 1/2 and 3/4 cover, and doesn't impose disadvantage when firing at long range. But it's only one piece of ammunition. So if you shoot the arrow, you have to retrieve it.
Oh, okay. So it's not like spent?
It's not like spent. As long as you can collect it, you can use it again. Despite trying to take my head off. And insulting me.
Hey, dude, we saved your life.
You know what?
Twice now.
True.
It is fine. The joy is the greatest magic that exists, and if I can provide laughter, the danger has passed. You may call me
That's
whatever
the
you
spirit,
want.
Mr. L. I just, pat him on the back.
Very well, Cher.
I do
So
not
which of
know.
these would you like? And if you're not interested in any of them, that's fine. I can go on my adventure. I'll see you.
No. Let us confer for a moment. Give us 1 second.
Please, whatever may be useful to you.
So, who do we think could benefit from one of these two things? The immovable rod's pretty cool, but I think immediately, I don't know how utilitarian it could be. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, Vigari can use a javelin. Sabir, you can use a javelin. Hazel, can you use a javelin?
I am still in my wolf form.
So not, but it'd be a really cool stick.
So I'll just
I mean, what do you
look
guys
at
think?
you with these big eyes. Like,
Oh, haven't seen that one for a while. Glad we are not falling.
I think
So-
after getting frustrated with the rod.
Okay,
Hazel,
okay,
yes.
I'm sorry, Hazel. I did not mean to roll over you. I thought it was cool.
I think after getting frustrated with the rod, I'll just walk back to the party and Whatever that thing is, not that thing. I mean, look at it.
Plus, we have plenty of sticks.
Ah, no, Mafia, this is an excellent piece of equipment. Let me demonstrate. And he grabs it and presses the button. You see the button here? Clicks it. And now you may click, it stays where it is. Move it wherever you want or leave it as it is. He lets go. And then click, grabs it again. And then you can place it. Click again, stays. It is very useful. It can handle a lot of weight. 8,000 pounds of weight. It defies gravity, stays locked in place. It is tidally locked with the entire world with Teslim.
It could be good for a meat smoking rack. Ooh.
Does it rotate?
It has many functions. I mean, only if you change the position, you may click and he rotates it. Click. It's placed in
Shady.
whatever position you set it
You
to.
could literally put 8,000 pounds of meat on it.
That is what I'm thinking.
That is a lot.
At this
of meat.
conversation, I want to howl a little bit.
What does it sound like for Hazelwolf to howl?
Oh,
Hmm.
unfortunately, the actual wolf in the room doesn't howl.
That's
so-
fine.
Or maybe that is fortunately that she doesn't howl.
No.
I don't know if that is positive or negative, but that is very scary.
Definitely a sign. I do not know. I don't want to be this selfish. I can always find a spit and it'll rotate. Feel like, personally, the more utility that we have right now, if we are going to keep getting barraged by smoke things, that lightning felt pretty great. So, maybe that? I don't know. I'm going to stay out of this. I'm actually more interested in the bag. So,
I mean, I feel good with old Handy here, and I spin around my great axe. Sabir, do you want the javelin?
I mean, maybe. And can I go up to the javelin and just kind of pick it up and start twirling it around?
Absolutely.
You said it was a javelin of lightning?
Yes.
Okay. And I can still use that as a spear, right? It's only until I throw it that's
Correct. If you wanted to attack with it and hold it, use it, that's fine. You can activate it. Basically, what it does is you can throw it, and it'll form a lightning. It'll basically occupy a 5-foot wide space that extends from you up to 120 feet to a target point, and every creature in line, excluding you, has to make a Dex saving throw. Taking 46 lightning damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. And then once it reaches the target, it returns back to a javelin. And this can be used once per day.
got it. All right.
And even though you're not using the lightning, it counts as a magical weapon. So for the sake of bypassing non-magical resistances, it works.
is it a strength or a dex?
It is strength.
Okay.
As long as you're proficient with, let me see, javelins. I believe they're strength. Let me double check. Where is it?
I mean,
Where is it?
Sabir, it could be pretty cool. The power of lightning in the
mean-
palm of your hand.
It would be kind of an upgrade from my spear.
Yeah, javelin is only strength.
Then I'd say the matter is settled.
Well, what was the other things?
It
Well,
was
you got the
a-
strong stick that'll make our other sticks jealous.
Yeah, we don't want that one.
And then there was you said flying winged ammunition?
Ah, yes, this beauty. And he goes and he picks it up. I don't know what shape the ammunition is right now. We'll just call it an arrow for now. This basically has an enchantment. If you have a target, all obstructions, as you shoot it, will disappear from your sight, giving you a good direct hit. Use this from a very long ways away. Woo, you about to make a name for yourself.
This might not be bad. How much would one of those cost normally?
One of these, I would say one of these alone, anywhere between, depends on the make and the style and all that, between 1 and 500 gold pieces. 100 and 500 gold pieces. This one alone. I would probably sell this one at 150.
And that is including the Savior's discount?
100 for the Savior's discount.
I tell you what, we will visit your shop early. Byyyeee, why don't you go ahead and take the javelin, and I will purchase us this fun little toy.
It sounds good to me. Would you like to trade, Jean?
Trade for what?
Oh, sorry. I said Jean.
Oh, that is confusing.
You have a very strong Alcutian accent. It is hard to understand you sometimes.
Same.
So, trade what?
I'll just hand him my old spear.
Your old spear for what?
For a new spear.
He reaches and like grabs it, looks at it. Well, first off, that is a javelin. This is a spear.
Yes.
Different
pointy
weapons.
end goes. I understand this, but they.
The joys of being a simple man. Understood. Okay. Yes, the pointy stick.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Pointy stick. What saved you from the shadows?
Us.
Jumping in the
Pointy
water.
stick.
I guess you are correct.
It is okay. Stupid man. I understand.
Okay, I did not say that.
You're all not very agreeable individuals, are you?
We're the
No.
most agreeable.
Is that right? I will not take your pointy stick and trade it for mine. I'm giving you a good option. And if you could please make your choice, I have much business to attend to.
Byyyeee, take the gift of the stick, and I will give the man the gold for the other thing.
I will take the javelin. Thank you so much.
No. Thank you, Fra. And he
I thought he was
hands
about to
you-
say no, like, just kidding, I'm not giving it to you at all.
Psych.
Now he's stupid.
just runs away on a rainbow. Like,
You thought you found a pot of gold, but alas.
Hops on a rainbow and just goes.
I can fly twice as high.
Wow.
Well, thank you very much for saving my life. Please enjoy the javelin. And you know what? He grabs the javelin for a second, holds both hands, and just kind of like it vibrates in his hand, and he just one additional charge for the day on the house. I say thank you.
You didn't. Thank you. You are too kind. And I apologize about the stupid comment.
It's all right. I have been called worse.
So have I. It was not necessary.
I appreciate that. Well, thank you very much. Please enjoy your stay in Könntek. If you find your ways to Arcane Echoes, I will be there.
Oh, we will be there to pick up our bag.
Sounds very good. Save your discount. And he winks at you.
Save you discounts. I will bring you a snack.
That will be lovely. Well, you all have yourselves a very nice day, and until we meet again. And he continues to walk away from the castle towards the path that you guys came from.
I always thought leprechauns would be shorter.
I
I always
was
thought they would
kind
just
of
click their heels if they wanted to go anywhere.
You notice, Vagari, actually all of you notice, a little cling. The small bag falls from like under his coat and just kind of opens up, and there's a few gold coins that spill out as he
Bro,
continues
I
walking on.
told you.
Vagari, I just gave him money.
Can I wait for him to like get far enough away that he doesn't notice, and I like grab the pot of gold?
He steps away as he's like, maybe like 30 feet, 40 feet away. You kind of creep up. You go to grab the gold pouch of coins, and your hand just goes straight through it as it turns into smoke. And you just see him like turn around, like nod his hat. Who's the now,
Okay,
chef?
Mr. L, fly away now.
And you see him like kind of take a hop. He clicks his heels together, and a rainbow appears over the entire bridge.
See, all of him being defensive, that was classic projection.
Enjoy your stay in contact, my friends.
Bye, Mr. Leprechaun.
I'll be sure to tell people what happened here today.
Likewise.
He walks away from the castle.
How did you call that, Vagari? That was.
I call him as I see him.
Wow. Hey, did we ever find out where those shadow creatures came from?
No.
Do you think they follow him?
Well, if they do, I think he's got a pretty good head start, given we just killed this lot.
Or is there something up with the bridge?
When I am a wolf, they cannot understand me, right? Like I can't communicate with them.
Correct.
Can she
Okay.
communicate with me?
No.
Hmm.
I mean, did
Yeah,
you...
Because I have bee sense.
You are able... So, what you have is a ritual spell that you can spend 10 minutes casting, where you're able to communicate with animals for 10 minutes. So it takes 10 minutes to cast, and then for 10 minutes you can speak with animals. However, the only animal that you can speak with like nonstop regularly is, you've noticed throughout your journeys as you have experimented, is Chief. For some reason, you don't need to cast anything or do any kind of special ritual or anything of the sort. You can just talk with Chief nonstop.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll just take myself out of wild shape. And then I will tell them about my experience on my way to the when
How
I
does
get picked
Hazel
up.
tell it?
So, those definitely don't have to do with the bridge. Funny story. Might partially have something to do with me. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to seem like too arrogant or anything. This kind of isn't my first encounter with them.
Are you
That's
also
okay.
part leprechaun?
You do have the red hair.
No. Oh my gosh, I do have red hair. What a
Holy
weird
shit.
coincidence. Do you think they like redheads?
Leprechauns?
Maybe it's a kink.
Anywho, I was being chased by one when I got picked up by the caravan. And yeah. So I don't think it has to do with the bridge or the leprechaun.
Well,
Hmm.
maybe as we continue traveling, we just keep an extra eye on you just to be on the safe side.
Hmm.
It's probably a good idea. They
Do you-
scare me.
Do you know why it was chasing you?
No, no idea. It was so weird. I wasn't quite sure what it was when it first happened. I thought maybe it was in my imagination, or maybe I thought it was smoke and it wasn't smoke. I don't know. I didn't know what it was, and it was
Wait.
very confusing.
This was the night we met?
Yes. Remember, I was all dirty in her.
Yeah.
So I was,
Hmm.
That was really
Where were
scary.
you?
it was terrifying, but I wasn't 100% sure. I was pretty sure, but then I hadn't really thought much about it because I thought it was just maybe a coincidence, or I was imagining things, or just afraid to be out on my own for the first time. And I've just been kicking so much ass lately. I was like, oh, nobody's gonna miss me. And then when you started telling the story, I was like, maybe. But then I was like, no. And then they showed up, and I was like, oh, wait. I've seen this before. But yeah. But I didn't bite them or anything last time. I was just running.
Did they look like those creatures?
I remember it looking like a wolf, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be mistaken.
There were various shapes, primarily the main ones were like more quadruped, like wolf style. Yeah.
Huh. So they can take different forms.
I guess so.
Attack randomly. Yeah. Well, we will keep an eye out for you. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Where were you running from?
Home, originally. I was making my path down when I had left the Kaya Druids. And I was going to find, the Wildfire Druid to be a mentor. And that's how I ended up in the woods. And then the caravan found me.
Hazel,
Well, you
did
were
you?
around this area when you ran into them?
No, I think I was a little bit further from here because I was picked up by the caravan, and then I was on the caravan for a little bit, I believe.
Hazel, when
Before I
you
got
left home, was it like a fond farewell, or?
No.
Send shadow creatures after you, farewell.
I mean, I don't think they would try to hurt me.
Hmm.
I don't know.
You mentioned that wildfire druids are not part of your people.
No, they're not.
Hmm. Many new questions.
I've never known a Kaya Druid to be I don't know, harmful to another druid.
Oh, but everybody else is okay.
Yeah,
Well,
guess.
I mean, and
Pretty
I mean
solid
this
group.
in the best way. Usually when people exclude one group, it is due to either fear or anger or not understanding them. And so you being as different as you are, fear and anger can manifest in different ways. So while I hope not, maybe we should not put it off the table of possibility that it was them. However, we would need to find a link between you and your circle and Jean-Baptiste.
Well, there's no men at my side, so that's kind of a stretch. I've never met a man before. I was on the caravan. So I don't know how. And we're not all redhead. I'm just now that I think about it, there really aren't any redheads at all. Huh.
You were
It's
the
weird.
only one.
don't know if I was the only one. Was I the only one? Wait a minute. I think I was the only one. Oh, that's
Hazel,
weird.
can you do me a favor?
Yes, of course.
Click your heels real quick for me.
Sure, why not? I get up on my tippy toes and click it a few times.
I just look around like.
Nothing happens.
All right, so I think maybe we can rule out the whole "you're a leprechaun" thing.
Yeah. It'd be real nice if I just pooped gold, though.
It's a clap on, clap off, and the guy is just falling.
Though that does lead to another line of questioning that we could have for Mr. Baptiste when we get our bag. We could ask him where he is from, perhaps. Maybe we might learn something.
He may have
Maybe.
also just been traveling through where you're from, and because they don't take kindly to men. At least from how you're describing it.
Well, Hazel, this actually leads to a rather interesting question. Hazel, there are no men in your village?
No.
So, listen, I don't know who my biological parents are either, but do you know who your father and mother are?
Oh, yeah, no, I know who my mom is.
Uh-huh. And your father?
Never really thought about having a father before. I mean, logically, I have to have one. It's the only way that makes sense. But no, there's no men. I don't really know.
So
I don't know.
Where do new druids come from?
We don't really come from anywhere. We just all live in the one area and we all just stay there. And we're all women.
Oh my god, Sabir, no one ever gave them the talk.
No,
It's
no, I mean, I know where creatures come from,
It makes
but
sense.
I don't know.
Where you come from.
Yeah, I don't.
oh
I mean, I know where babies come from,
Yes.
yes,
but
the
I don't
stork.
know where I came from or any other kind druid for that matter. Of fact.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've never really thought about it before. It's just the way of life.
Ah,
Maybe it's another bird that brings you.
maybe you sprouted from a flower.
Yeah, I don't
Probably.
think so.
Probably not. No, it would be like some crazy monstrosity of a plant, from what I have seen.
It's probably really violent.
Yeah, very scary.
I assume my mom carried me just normally, but to be honest, I don't know. I never really spent time with a lot of the druids that were a little bit older that would have been having children in my time when I was growing up there. I mostly just were with people my own age and then my mom and my grandmother.
So there were other younger druids like you.
I had a whole class of younger druids that we all went to school together. And we all picked our circles at the same time.
Don't you miss your mom?
I do. I miss her a lot. She was really one of the reasons I didn't want to leave, but I had to. So,
Well, trust me, Hazel, if anybody understands the feeling, it's definitely me. I just like give you a big hug.
thanks.
Maybe once all this is said
Her
and done,
too.
we
I
can
never
go
had a family or anything, and she gives Hazel a big hug around like her waist.
Oh, thanks, Mer.
It's
Oh
complicated.
well, that sucks. Anyway, do we want to get moving?
You should try like outlandish rumors and see if Myrrh also did them.
I'm sorry, did what?
Like you should say outrageous things and also and maybe see if Myrrh also did those things.
Oh, let me think.
Something you've never done.
Make a deception check, I guess.
Whomst?
You.
Whom?
Or sleight of hand.
Make a whisper.
Deception or sleight of hand, your call.
Natural 20. Yeah, you said deception
Myrrh does-
or
Myrrh does not hear you. She didn't roll high enough. Doesn't matter.
hell yeah. But yes, you should say outrageous stuff. It seems like anything that you say, Myrrh also does.
This could get interesting. I turn back to Hazel and Myrrh. You know what's also really upsetting?
What's
Only
that,
other
Bagari?
The only thing that really makes me more upset than the fact that I've lost my family is that we shared that one beautiful kiss one night and then never spoke of it again. I turn to Myrrh.
Myrrh and Pugie like look at you confused, and Pugie's just kind of like,
I look to Sabir.
I looked at Sean. I thought it could work.
and Myrrh looks at you, Hazel, just kind of like, are you two? And Myrrh and Pugie both at the same time like, so are you two? Are you two?
So
No,
Oh,
This is
sir,
the
you're
story.
saying you haven't?
we aren't.
No, I've never. No, we don't have that kind of dynamic. Hazel and I are friends, which will be forever, not some passing flame.
Oh, how unfortunate. I guess you'll never rise to the intimate level that is Hazel and I's love.
She's gonna kind of like look confused at Bagari. I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yugi just kind of looks at you, Vagari, like,
Yeah, Pudgy, this happened a long time ago. This is before your time.
it was one wild
make
night
a persuasion
in
check.
Who's
we
in
were all finding
college?
ourselves.
Don't worry, she goes to a different school. I rolled a. You said perception? Or no, you said persuasion.
Persuasion.
15.
He's like, cool.
Okay, but real talk, out of game, the only thing I could think of was like murdering someone, and I was like, I've done all these things!
So you guys are gonna progress to the castle?
Yeah. Sorry, Sabir, I guess she doesn't follow along with everything I say.
Yeah, no, that was quite the jump. I honestly after I said it, I realized what I have done.
You said outlandish, I didn't know.
It was outlandish, but I didn't think that you were gonna jump to that. I thought you were gonna say something like, "Oh, I've killed 400 people."
I've done that, Sabir!
I don't. Yeah. And then when I was thinking of like what you could have said, I started to draw blanks.
Yeah, well,
Grass angels? No.
we did that.
No.
Well,
You
we
did
can
do
think
that.
about it on the way.
Okay.
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever.
Ah, what a beautiful bridge. This is totally awesome. What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
We'll take a break here. We'll come right back. And we're back. So, you all continue onward across the bridge. And now I will adjust the music a little bit. Passing through the grand gates of Könntek Castle, you find yourself not in a cold, empty fortress, but in a bustling town nestled with the protective embrace of the castle's towering walls. Sorry, it's a little loud for me. I'm adjusting it. This community, hidden beneath the shadow of the citadel, thrives with life and industry. Narrow streets wind between stout stone buildings, their architecture a blend of styles from the three kingdoms that built this place. Here, the echoes of hammers striking anvils mingle with the hum of conversation and the scent of baking bread mixes. And the scent of baking bread mixes with the earthy aroma of fresh-cut wood. Könntek is more than a military stronghold. It's a living, breathing town filled with the artisans, merchants, and laborers who ensure the smooth operation of the castle above. Workers of all races and backgrounds bustle about, each contributing to the well-being of the community. The sound of children playing in the alleys adds a lightness to the air, a reminder that despite the fortress-like exterior, this is a home for many. I don't know, is the music playing? At the heart of the town lies a central square where a large fountain depicts a symbolic merging of four founding races. An orc, a human, an elf, and a dwarf, all standing shoulder to shoulder, holding up a common banner. Around this square are various shops, taverns, and workshops, each catering to the needs of those who live and work within the castle's walls. The scene is yours. I will say, you see people bustling about, and there are signs that kind of like have arrows pointing in different directions down different alleyways and streets. You see, I'm going to give you guys, and you guys may want to write some of these down if y'all have something to write with.
I do.
All right. Do you guys hear the music?
It stops.
I hear
but
people.
Yeah. If there are
Why?
people, I'll have to adjust it.
Yeah,
but-
no, it's still going. It's just there's people talking.
Okay,
in
but
a
y'all
roll,
hear the
though.
music?
Now I do.
Okay, hopefully it stays.
It like cycles and ends.
Yeah, it's like it starts and then it suddenly stops and it doesn't go through the whole thing. That's really weird. Okay, so here are some points of interest. You see an arrow that has written this. There's this pole and different arrows that are present on the pole, pointing in all different cardinal directions. The Broken Blade Tavern.
Oh, I'll just remember because my pen died.
I got
You can also type it somewhere.
It's fine. It's not like we're on a computer system. I'll get one of those out.
The Stone Rights Guild Hall. The Moonvale Sanctuary. And the Emberstone Market. Now, the Emberstone Market has 5 kind of like sub-dots under that. Ironhide Armory. Arcane Echoes. Let me know if I'm going too fast.
Good.
The Traveler's Rest. Talos Turpentine Tapestry.
Okay.
And the last one doesn't necessarily have a word. It's just kind of like a symbol. Everybody can give me a religion check to see if you recognize it.
6.
10.
It's not a hard thing.
14.
Hazel, what was yours?
9.
9. All right. Yeah, easy enough. All of you get this. You recognize this symbol, which to be like sort of like an eye, is basically the symbol of Augen. So the Agu Citadel is named after the god Augen, which is the main god of the Alaran pantheon.
What does all that mean to us?
Augen is the warrior god. He's the god of war, farming, masonry, and blacksmithing. And as far as Sajin as a continent goes, Augen is the primary of their gods.
So I missed probably the first 3 in the beginning. There was Broken Blade Tavern, something, Moonvale Sanctuary,
Stone Rights Guild Hall.
Stone Rights Guild Hall.
How do you spell Augen?
Augen, Augen.
Oh, I was almost right.
And he's warrior god of farming, masonry, what else?
Blacksmithing and war.
Got it. Okay. I imagine with the 14 that Shun is very familiar, you know, with the farmers in your school, knowing.
Yeah. Augen is a warrior god. He's proficient with, like, he's depicted with many different tools and items and instruments and weapons. So it really depends on kind of like what the focus of his ability is in the place that he's being worshipped. But most commonly, he is depicted with a great sword between his hands that reaches like from his chest down to the ground.
So, everyone, where would we like to go first?
Well, if I
You
had
can
to
also
take a
go
guess-
straight ahead towards the end of the other end of the market. Has a smaller sort of like stone bridge that goes towards the actual castle, and you can see the waterfall behind the castle that spans like a mile in either direction, roughly.
Or we could do business before pleasure.
If I had to take a
definitely-
guess, your Mr. L guy is probably in Arcane Echoes.
Well, he was just leaving. Do you think he's already back?
Well, we got here and we left at the same time.
He was walking in the opposite direction of you guys.
Touche.
Like you guys were walking towards Könntek, and he was going the opposite direction. But he did say, when you get to Könntek, come to my store.
Well, we could pop in and check, and if he's not there, we can always come back later.
Exactly.
I think we
Sounds
get
like a
whatever we need to stock up on and then head to the tavern. Get a snack.
I like all of these plans.
I think
I
that is the
mean-
way to do it.
Is there anything specific that anybody needs that we should be looking for? Aside from going to the shop.
I mean, we could always ask around to see if they've been seeing these shadow things. Maybe the tavern, maybe the guild hall. I mean, it's shadows, so maybe religion?
I feel
Maybe.
maybe when... this is hard to do. Because we are here to go talk to Kalem. He can help us with what we are looking for, which... Sabir, you mentioned you are looking for a particular church. Maybe there is something in the city that we don't know about, that maybe that's how we get in. I do not know. I eventually want to go to the markets and peruse, but that can wait.
Did anyone's boon help them out with monetary needs to facilitate more market stuff? Because then I do agree that it should be business, then pleasure, to have more pleasure.
I did not ask for money.
I did not either.
Hazel, Vagari?
Nope, I've just got what's on me.
Then it looks like we have the pool of what we have, or individually, so...
Well, I think my armor suits me just fine. So I don't think I need to go to the armory.
Let's go get that snack. Hazel, lead the way.
Well, if you insist. Just like
So
Pop off
y'all
to
are
the
going to the Broken Blade Tavern for a snack. Cool.
A quick snackarooski.
Fair enough.
And maybe a brewski.
You make your way. I don't understand why this does this.
Is this tavern
You make-
screaming?
You make your way through the hustle and bustle of this kind of small-ish town for the area that it occupies. That's set on top of this lake, between two waterfalls, one above and one below. And you come to this building that says very clearly the Broken Blade Tavern, with a blade kind of on one side where it says broken, and then the other end of it on the other end of the sign that says tavern. You walk in, you see there's a number of people in here. There's a big orcish looking individual with white hair and kind of like a big beard but no mustache, all white hair. He's got kind of a little bit of a beer gut, and he's got like one of those like Peaky Blinder hats. I forget what they're called. There's a number of individuals in here that are, drinking. There's merriments. They're playing cards. There's a group of bards that's, by the window. There's a small stage. You guys walk up to the bar. Well, what have we here? Welcome to the Broken Blade Tavern, travelers. I'm Ed Helinsky. You can just call me Big Ed. What can I do you for?
How cluttered is this is this bar?
Oh, it's full. Behind him, there's like just about every weapon and like piece of armor that you can imagine, piece of adventuring equipment. There's banners of all sorts. There's like just a number of like broken and used sort of pieces of equipment that you would think that you would find on any warrior. And there's drinks everywhere. There's like all sorts of beverages of all kind. Could I interest you in a purple stardust? That's the drink of choice that my lady is purveyed for us.
take one.
One purple stardust coming right up. Anyone else?
Make it 2.
2 it is. What about you, my feline friend? And my gentle giantess?
What else do you have?
Oh, and my tiny little scaly friend and my brother. From a distant relative, perhaps. Well, anything that tickles your fancy? Probably a bowl of cream for you, sir.
Very,
Oh,
very,
cream.
very, very funny. I'll take 3, but very, very funny.
Absolutely. Here you go. And he starts like making the purple stardust and just like sets that down. Grabs like a bowl and just pours like some cream. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm joking. Pours it into a mug. Let me just froth it up a little bit. There you go. Mercury just kind of like sits up. She just like and Pugy's like, yeah, I'll have an ale. Absolutely, sure thing. There you go. In 2 purple stardust. And what about you, my gentle giantess? You see Mercury starts to like put stuff in her drink and like mix it up herself.
After seeing what you did for my dive-in here, I'll say dealer's choice because you genuinely just have me interested and curious.
He places the 2 purple stardust in front of Shun and Hazel. Well, for you, something of my own invention.
Oh, that
And
always leads to either a really great time or a horrible day.
This is my favorite. It's a wolfberry daiquiri.
Oh my god! I like take it and I just like swig it down in one gulp. Can I have another one?
You got it, young lady.
The guy,
Maybe
did you
upsize
even
if you have it.
did you even taste it?
Oh god. No, but it's okay. I'll try to make this next one last a little longer.
He puts
You said
down another
Wolfberry,
one.
he had me.
He puts another one down in front of you.
It smells delicious, Vigari.
It is. You should try it. My mom and I used to pick these back when I was younger all the time. It's very nostalgic.
Well, how about we go tradesies?
I look at his. You can just try mine. No tradesies.
It is delicious, but
I'll just take like a little. I'll just take a little sip of the daiquiri. Put it down like.
that's pretty good.
I'll look
It's
to
a bit
him.
tart on the front end.
Just Robert dude.
It's good stuff. It's all good. Hazel and Shun, make a Constitution saving throw.
Cheers,
I'm so
Hazel.
glad I didn't
Before
get that.
we do.
Oh,
Okay. Con save, you
Holy
said.
crap, I rolled a natural 1. Alright, I'm done. That's my second natural 1 of the night. So that's for a total of 4.
17.
17 and 4.
Cheers.
Just about to order a turkey leg. Which isn't gonna go well for me, I have a feeling.
You notice the drink relaxes you a whole lot. Shun, you don't get as much of the effect. You kind of just get a little bit of the relaxation and just kind of like your shoulders just kind of come down ever so softly. You lean back a little bit against the back of the chair. I'm trying to figure out music stuff as well. And your eyes kind of feel just a little bit heavy and you just kind of relax a little bit and lean back. Hazel, you feel very relaxed. And your eyes also feel heavy. And as you close your eyes, you see these like strings that are coming from where your body would be. And they are tied all around to everything around you. And as you kind of open your eyes, the strings disappear, but you notice a pattern that the strings all connect to the living beings that are around you. So as you close your eyes, the strings appear once more. So essentially, you can see invisibility while blind.
That's pretty.
Do you guys hear anything?
I do.
Yes.
I hear people.
I hear like voices.
Uh-oh.
Tavern tales, tavern.
How bad? How good was that drink, right?
It's a good drink.
Uh-oh.
So what brings you all to Könntek Castle?
Well,
We did a job. You're getting paid.
Good to get paid for a hard day's labor.
if you didn't want to get treated as a tourist, where would you go?
Well, I'd say probably the most respectable place to be. It's probably the Moonvale Sanctuary. Not a lot of harassment there. Worshippers from all over come there to just relax and chill a bit. But all of you stand out, especially this one right here, and points at you, Shun. Not a whole lot of tieflings we get around here.
But you do get tieflings?
There's a few residents who've been, of the hornier persuasion, so to speak.
They live here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably more of those nurses or whatever in Fugari.
Okay. I need another drink.
Coming right up.
Sean, I don't know. Maybe you should take a second. You're looking a bit relaxed already.
I do feel pretty good. How about whatever Puggy's having?
Standard ale. Excellent choice. Brewed it myself. Goes and there you go.
Decent talk.
Oh, you're very welcome, friend.
Well, I apologize if this is maybe overstepping, but do you think that it would be possible to know where to find these tiefling residents?
Not overstepping at all. Brock works at the Forge of Unity. That's in the castle. So if you get special permission to go in there, that's where I would go to speak to him. But, permission to enter the castle is kind of limited to outsiders. And I believe there's a very young boy, Daniel, Dewey, Dante, little assistant at Arcane Echoes. Very nice young man, very polite.
Well, Shun, we might have an extra incentive to go to that Arcane Echoes place. That is if you want to talk with one of them.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, something to keep in mind. I know we were talking about family and where we came from earlier. I know they might not be family, but it might be good just to get acquainted again with someone of your kind.
I've never met another besides my brother.
Oh.
Brock's fairly friendly, but young Dante's very shy. He usually works in the back of the store. Probably won't see unless he asks.
Well, maybe he's shy because he also maybe hasn't seen too many tieflings himself.
Very probable.
Well, it's up to you, Shun.
I'll think on it.
In the meantime, enjoy your stay here at the Broken Blade Tavern. If there's anything I can get you to eat, let me know. I know you look like you've been on the road for a bit, but welcome to Könntek.
You know, a turkey leg would be real good if you have one.
Coming right up.
Okay.
Um,
That smoked meat conversation just couldn't get it out of my head.
turns around a few minutes later. Anybody else need anything?
Make it a round of turkey legs and another round of drinks.
All right, a turkey
Yeah, but you don't
spider
have to
coming
bother
right
cooking
up.
mine.
Sorry, what was that, ma'am?
You don't have to bother cooking mine. Just straight off the bird itself.
Vigari, I do not think you are immune to disease.
I'll see what I can.
Well, I've made it this far. It just tastes so much better that way.
I'll see what I can do for you.
I wonder if Shun cooked it. Would you change your mind?
On second thought. Well, you know what? Shun's relaxed. We're not gonna force him into a kitchen if he doesn't want to be in one.
Oh, I was saying maybe at a later time. Please, do
Yeah.
not feel like you have to go back to the kitchen and cook.
Unless you want to go to the kitchen and cook.
I do not think that is appropriate in an establishment as fine as this one, regardless of broken memorabilia. But I promise you, Vigari, I will never give you something that is supposed to be cooked that is uncooked. Now, there are things that we could do, like fish sometimes, that you can cut raw and have like right there, but few and far between. Chicken, turkeys, poultry, I will cook for you every time.
Very interesting. Well, I guess I'll have some room to explore different culinary tastes. But for the meantime, I'll just take my chicken raw. Or in this case, turkey.
He comes back after a few minutes. There you go. 5 cooked legs, 1 just seasoned.
Perfect.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I already knew that was coming.
You shit your pants.
Oh no! Pudgy don't look! Or smell. I got a 12.
12. You're eating raw chicken. We'll say you get the poison condition for the next 4 hours.
Okay.
And make an additional Constitution saving throw. Let's see if you can hold it in.
Oh no. Pudgy, save me. Thank God. I got an unnatural 20.
You all see Vigari kind of...
And I swallow it and just smile at Pudgy, like...
Anywho.
So Hazel, you said that I can't get them out of my head. The shadow creatures, they only appeared once to you, right? They did not follow you
Yes.
further.
I've only seen them once when I was right before I got in the caravan. I'd never seen them before that, and I haven't seen them since then.
Matt, I'm adjusting volume. I apologize.
That wasn't me. I burped.
Kind of
Well, that's
minty
alright.
that
It's
back
probably
there.
all those drinks or that frothy milk.
It is. I was kind of mad that he made the joke, but this is really delicious.
I was kind of thinking he would put something like Bailey's in it or something.
Oh, I
Make
love
it like a white
Baileys.
Russian.
I would never
know.
put my dog into a drink. Bailey's a good girl, and you see like this fairly like bulbous looking dog in the corner. Like you see like she's got like her little bed like not on the bar but like on a shelf against the wall at the end of the bar just above there, and a little ladder that goes down. Aren't you girl? And you just see like just like this pity that's just like big.
When you say bulbous, do you mean like
She fat.
like when
She
As
a
you
fat pity.
wide as
when
wide
you
as
see
his
like
long?
the fattest like the fattest like wiener dog that's like struggling for dear life.
Yeah, kind of
Just
a
to
little
walk.
bit, a little bit, a little bit.
The stomach's dragging.
It'll like she'll stand and she's really got more paws than like legs. Like the legs are kind of missing. It's just paws and just kind of like
Hmm.
Bailey, is it?
yeah, that's a good girl.
Is she friendly?
Oh, she's the sweetest.
May I?
Be my guest.
And I'll run over to Bailey and start giving Bailey scratches.
Make a animal handling check with advantage because she's so friendly.
And a 7. 18. Animal handling. That's where the A's are. 21.
You just see like the flaps of her jowls. You just see kind of like it's like tongue, like it slowly opens, tongue comes out, and just kind of like starts panting a little bit. You can barely see the tail in the back, just like flicking every once in a while at the apex of the swing behind her. It like disappears and then
You're so cute.
And I'll just stay there for a little bit.
So what job did y'all complete to come and get paid for?
And I point to Mirror.
They saved my life.
Is that right? Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome back, Mercury.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
I bet you Kay is happy to see you, huh? Well, I haven't seen him yet. But that's where we were going to. So you all have special permission to enter the castle, huh? Well, that's fantastic. Shun, forgot another Constitution save throw because you got a second one. Also, everybody can choose to fail saving throws if you desire.
Well, is this for the ale?
Yeah, this is for because you got a second Stardust, purple Stardust, right?
No, ale.
Oh, okay, you
and
just
then
got
a
a
second.
All right, never mind. Well, that's quite a treat. He's a very nice man, Kalain.
So we've heard.
Yeah.
How good is he on his promises?
Oh, lives and dies by him. Very few men have that level of honor, much to his self-detriment. But what he does, you know, that's the life of a rider. The ones that are left, at least. And the ones that'll be. And he looks down at Mercury, and she kind of like puts her head like further into her drink and just keeps drinking.
What?
Well, and then she kind of like, we're not gonna be riders. That can't happen anymore because of. And she kind of like turns her eyes a little bit. I know. You don't have to say it. We know. Well, the next generation of heroes, you know, the protectors of the world.
I forgot people seek that sort of notoriety.
Some do. Some do. The good ones are kinda put in a position to not refuse taking up the role. Fought along a lot of good people during the War of Fracture.
You fought in the war.
Yes, sir, I did. And decided to settle down after that loathsome event. Was not a fun time. Each of these pieces tells the story of a brave soul that served during the War of Fracture. I just can't seem to get the other one of that. And turn around and you see above the door, there's like a banner that's like yellow, white, yellow, and it's like torn in half. Banner of my army, my platoon, when we were out on the war, got torn, and I would really like the other half of it, but I don't really leave the castle grounds anymore. But I'll tell you what, you ever find yourself in the Othkati Wastes, you find that there's a pretty penny for you. I'll make it worth your while. Be very important to me and the missus.
Noted.
Where is the missus?
Oh, she's probably doing some shopping at the market.
The market.
Well, if you all need anything, just let me know. I'll be here. And he turns around and goes, like, cleaning up a little bit. And
Fearless runner. I have a question.
Sure.
So, you were a gladiator, right?
Yeah, along with my tavern here.
If you had the opportunity, would you become one of these riders?
Oh, that is not where I thought that was going. Would you take it, or would you let it slip away?
Would you capture it? Or would you let it slip? Yo.
Well, I don't know.
So
Mom's
sweaty.
spaghetti sounds pretty good right now. No.
Mother spaghetti.
Okay.
oh,
you're
we've
right.
got some spaghetti if you want some.
Maybe next time. Yeah, I mean, I've heard tales. I don't know really what comes with the territory of being a rider, but it sounds intriguing enough.
What
Why
about
do you
you,
ask?
Hazel? I've heard stories, and we've met one about to meet another. And I always asked myself who would want to do such a thing, and I don't know. Maybe you fit the bill. Apparently you can become one now.
Mercury pipes up at this.
Well, not exactly. You can't just become a rider. They can't really be made anymore. We don't fully understand it, but what ties a rider to their mount, that magic doesn't seem to exist anymore since the War of Fracture. So we can't really bond the way that the riders used to. I'm just... Kalaim's training us to just do our best, because... And he's not forcing us. I'm not sure yet if I want to be the next generation of heroes. He's just taking me in, and I'm just studying and doing the best I can.
Noble.
Well, when you're given a home and a family, you do what you can, and they don't expect anything from me. But I want to help. I don't see it as being a hero. I see it as being there for my family, being there for the people that I love.
Gonna to the new generation and just down the rest of it.
She cheers.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else would like to do, or should we get the show on the road?
Yeah, I'd say I feel pretty good. The question is, where are we going next? It seems like we have a lot of places on our list. Between you going to the market for goods, and then we have Arcane Echoes, and I don't know, the bartender was talking about the sanctuary. If we want to go there, maybe, Sabir, you would have some interest.
Come back from giving Bailey all the belly rubs known to Tesla. And
Yeah, I mean, either way is good. That's such a good dog over there. Such a good dog. I
Right after you
realize
leave, Bailey just puts her head back down and she just kind of like relaxes again.
I am fine with everything. But I wonder.
and I'll take a look at the crowd. Is there anybody around this tavern that maybe looks a little shady?
Make a perception or insight check.
That is a 24 on perception.
24 on perception. Looking for someone who looks like shady.
Yeah, like, not upstanding citizen type thing. Completely judging a book by its cover.
Absolutely. Yeah, you see that there's a guy. He's got a scar like on his side and a couple of cuts like on his lip. Bald, has like kind of like crazy eyes, like this like super like dark brown, almost black eyes, like very wide. And he's got like a chin strap beard and human guy, and he's sitting across from an elf that also he has like a not an eye patch, but he has like a bandana, and he's just playing with like a curved sort of dagger.
So we have been on the run quite a bit, and sometimes it's good to figure out the local crowd and see if there's any hiding spaces. If we need to hide.
Oh, if you want to hide, I get you.
Well, if things go south, we don't know how it is. We were on the run in Alcuth.
Oh no, I get you. Yeah.
It could very well happen again. I know it says that we're cleared, but it could very well happen again. A slip of the wrist, a slit of the throat.
So are you wanting to ask around any undergrounds, or just keep an eye out?
Well, not really undergrounds per se, but, where the law would have a harder time finding us. If things were to go south. I like being good, but when push comes to shove, I also don't like being chased.
Well, what do you suggest?
That guy over there.
The
Looks like
scary
a-
one?
Yeah, the scary one. I mean, just based on looks alone, he might be our guy.
Are you looking for a wingman?
No, what? No, no. I mean, like, are you more of a talker?
I have been known to gab. I'm
Or
also
what
feeling
about you,
pretty good
Barbarian
right now,
Hazel?
so
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I could talk to him. It is fine. It is fine. I
It's-
got this.
it's your idea.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
So cool.
Just remember
Thanks,
what we
John.
talked about in the arena, right? You want to be intimidating in your presence when you first come out. That's the whole aura around fighting. We're not fighting anymore, but maybe take some tips from that when you can use it.
All right.
If I
Okay.
can give a suggestion, he has a blade out. Just flash it. You know, not
Flash what?
threatening. Your, your claws.
Oh, my claws.
Yeah, just be like, hey,
Blade. You have one blade. I have 5.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm, yeah. All right.
And I walk over to the bald man with the chin strap and the 3 scars.
You walk up to the bald man. They're sitting at a table on a corner, right next to a window. They both kind of stop and stare at you. Don't say anything. They just like look you straight in the eyes.
I'll just kind of like peer off into the distance.
How goes it? Overly cut entrepreneur.
Oh god, what have we done, Shun?
I don't
Make
know,
a
but I'm loving
persuasion
it.
check.
Be ready for anything.
Persuasion is going to be a 16.
He leans back a little bit in his chair, regards you. Fine.
You, ever need a place to lay low for a little bit?
No.
Do you happen to know of one?
Make another persuasion check.
Okay. 11. This is getting lower by the minute. I don't like this.
They kind of give each other a look, and they look you up and down. Can't think of one. Just it's so distracting when you are so hungry and thirsty. You know?
Oh,
Hard
yeah,
on
of
the
course.
mind.
Yeah, no. Let me bring you imbibements.
And I'll walk over to the bartender.
3 milks.
Oh my god.
Tres leches.
Trace Leche's coming right up. There you go.
I'll grab the milk. This
We can see
come.
all of this and hear all of this, right?
A little bit of like a ambiance of sound, but if you focus, yeah, you can sort of hear it.
Sean, why is he bringing them bowls of milk?
Vigari, your brother has got this handled.
And I'll lay out the the bowls of milk.
Imbibements.
Never
Does he?
mind.
Now, if we are wanting to get acquainted, my name is Sabir. Yours?
Give
You
him
can-
a name.
You can call me Club.
Hold up.
And I'm Curve.
Club. Like, what?
What was your name? And I like the elf. You said curve.
I am Curve.
I feel like I might know of a club. So,
Commandant, right? Commandant Club.
Commander Club. But he spells it
Commander
with a K
Club.
after B.
Oh, okay.
were you expecting anybody? You know, by way of note?
They look at each other. Friend, I suggest that you take your milk and be gone.
Okay, I was just trying to be polite.
And I'll take the 3 milks and like,
Your loss. I just wanted to find wherever the shadow dudes came from.
Oh god, I'm
I'll
going
walk
in,
away.
Shun. I like
And
walk
I'll-
over.
I'm walking away and be like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't.
Yeah, I'm very well aware of this. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened over here. Sometimes I lose sight of my brother. He's how do I put this nicely? Special.
Yes, we can tell.
I am so sorry if he caused you any trouble. I normally have a better eye on him, but I just too many drinks in. Is there any way I can make this up to you?
You can just leave us alone, it's fine.
Oh no,
Don't
I
worry
got.
about it.
Honestly, I know how much trouble he can be. Here, let me get you actual drinks. I insist. And I like go to the bar and I get like, can I see what they're drinking? Like, can I like see what they have on their table already?
Yeah, it's fairly simple. They each have a flagon of something. You can't really tell what it is. Best of your guess, probably just like a regular ale.
Okay, so I'll just get like 2 ales and bring them over to them.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I figured this is probably better than whatever my fun brother decided he wanted to get you guys in the moment.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I didn't catch your names. My name is Vigari, and I'm traveling with some companions. They're also over there drinking. Some a little bit more drunk than others, but comes with the fun of being on vacation, you know? I don't know how much my brother told you guys, but we've been working rather hard. We've been hustling and bustling, and we're really just trying to enjoy a few days of peace and solitude. I don't know if you guys have anything in mind.
We are also trying to enjoy a moment of peace and solitude.
Okay. Well, sorry for being such an intrusion. And I take the ales from them that I just brought them. And I walk back to Shun and Severe and Hazel and all them. Well, 2 strikes, we're out.
It didn't go well for you either. I take it.
Yeah, no, sorry. I tried to save us, but if anything, now they just think you're special, so.
He is special.
He is. He's
Thank
very
you,
special.
Sean.
He's very special. And now you have a bunch of milk to drink as a result of it. If you need help, I
No.
guess I can muster up some Baileys from the bar.
Well, no, you have clearly 2 ales. I'll drink this. This is my
Oh.
mess up.
I'm not intending on drinking both of these myself, and I like hand one to Pudgy.
Sure. Goes
All
for
right.
it.
Start sipping the milk.
So, weren't we supposed to meet a guy named Club?
No.
Or did we just leave a place called Club?
Yugi is a club.
My uncle, his name is Club, my name is Club.
You know that man?
No.
Sabia, you gave him your real name, didn't you?
The two men get up and they walk out and just kind of like stare at you
No.
guys as they leave.
You sure you don't know him, Byyyeee? He's a Club.
And he just looks at you, Vigari, like,
Don't worry, we have a tiefling, barbarian, cute little redhead and lion. No one will ever be able to find us in this city.
he's a human.
And Vigari's my sister. It still works.
He does have you there. Hey, I have human brothers and sisters.
Oh, like only we only marry inside the species. Okay. Well, real cool. And I'll look
Wow,
at Vigari and be
Byyyeee.
like, wow, real open-minded.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No.
Can you believe this? I
No,
am eating
I'm-
and drinking
I
and
would
traveling with a
hope that-
racist.
No, guys. I would hope that Pudgy is a bit more open-minded to be, keen to perhaps marrying
You can
other
see-
races than his.
Yeah, no, I'm totally open for that.
Like, maybe sometime soon.
I'm pretty sure there is a sanctuary, and y'all could just go
Oh
get
my
married.
I think that we need to go and
But Sabir and Byyyeee haven't even cuddled yet. How can this happen?
we can just
Is that like some Leonin ritual? You're supposed to cuddle with your sister's fiance?
wow, we're there
Beyonce!
already.
What?
We're there already.
Hazel, you didn't
What
tell
is
us.
it, Byyyeee? You don't want to marry Vigari?
Yeah, I
I-
thought we were kind of hitting it off.
Yeah. Can we not have this conversation in front of everyone?
You're
Like,
sleeping with me tonight.
It is
Pretty
tradition.
sure that
Whose
you do like to have
tradition?
this conversation in front of
Ours.
everybody.
we don't. This is what?
You're not going anywhere near my sister. Not until you guys are married.
He just gets like so like red and like the blood with the green skin just turns like a little brown. Just like
So the only bed you're going to stay in is the one directly next to mine. That
That's
way
what
I
we've been
can
doing
keep
this
an eye on
entire
you.
time.
Perfect. Then you'll sleep in the bed or bed next to Sabir
We don't
tonight.
need to discuss these
and
things.
tomorrow you
We
can
don't
marry Vigari.
Need to live. We're not
and that'll be
doing
perfect.
marriage.
Marriage.
Why not?
It's
Why would you
not.
want to marry her? She's not strong enough for you?
No, she's very.
Hazel.
Huh?
Hazel, it's
think
okay.
she's
It's
old.
really okay. If I'm not, suitable for Pudgy, I'm sure maybe there's someone else in the bar in town who might take suit.
Well, let's not. I mean, look. Okay. I like you. I do. But this is very weird. You all a very weird group of people. Like, just there's a certain courtship process that happens first before jumping into marriage, and like I haven't like I was kind of and like you see him he's like kind of fumbling with something.
There's no fucking way.
Shut up,
No,
Sabir.
no, not that. I've been kind of working on this, and he pulls out like a little rag, and it shows basically like it's a.
Hazel!
It looks like a rag. It's it's an embroidered like piece of cloth that has like your tattoos, like the tattoos on your face on it, and it's got like what looks like bear claws in there. And he's like, well, I mean, we use these to meditate, and you can see that there's like beads that are like kind of strung along this like little banner, and just like you kind of hold one of these and you pray and you meditate, and it gives you kind of clarity and peace. And you do as many as you add beads, and I was going to give it to you at some point when I thought it was appropriate and nice and romantic, but here you go.
I mean, it's no finger of somebody you've killed. But
No,
yes,
no,
it's
no.
sweet.
I like it. It's nice. It's like a little voodoo doll of love. But in cloth form. Where I'm
Yeah,
flattened.
but he
It's-
meditates with it.
It's what we use to like, you hold the bead and it's supposed to like relax you. And you see that it's like, like they're all polished, and there's like 3 beads in every string, and there's a string on every corner, and like 3 strings in between on like this square sort of shape, and it's just meant to be comforting.
Aw, that's so sweet.
It
Thanks.
is sweet that he fondles his little balls to relax.
Well, you know what?
They're prayer
Why don't-
beads.
Is there
Okay.
any more of the raw chicken left?
Why don't
ask Magari.
Pudgy and I go to the sanctuary? He can show me how to meditate, because frankly, I'm interested in his culture and practices. And if you guys want to come, cool, but otherwise, we can catch up with you guys later.
Married?
You cannot get married without us.
Exactly.
don't
That's
even
why if
know
they're
what
getting
to say
married, we
right
have to
now.
go.
Y'all, I don't. This is. You're just. And he grabs Vigari's hand and just walks out. Let's go to the sanctuary. We'll
Oh my
meditate.
god. He knows the Goliath
Yay!
way.
I'm like walking behind him with my hand just like, I'm being taken.
Sabir, they are basically one step closer to having a baby.
I grab the ale that's left and I just start chugging. Like,
We're gonna be calling you uncle in who knows how long.
Oh, and then we'll
Uncle.
have a baby on this adventure with us. Ah, exciting.
Puggy is not meant for my sister. My sister can do so much better than Puggy. So much better. She deserves the world. And you're giving her, like, she wants to go with the guy that fell out of the fucking sky.
I mean, you're not wrong. She can do better, but she likes him.
You do you really think it's liking?
Yeah, I do.
Sabir, has your sister ever had another mate?
No. She didn't really have a chance.
So
Anybody
this is her first interaction with a prospect.
I think it's because it's the first one that she didn't have to fight and then kill and still sits around.
You're
Usually she has to
absolutely
get
right.
paired up and have to fight the one that she likes.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Welcome to being a brother to a sister. Yeah, sometimes you have to share and
Soothing.
let them figure out, the mistakes on their own. Usually they'll figure it out. But hey, Byyyeee might be a good guy. He comes from decent stock. She could do worse.
He's in stock. He comes from a club. We just saw a club get real awkward and then just run away.
Sabir, are you familiar with nicknames and code names and people lying to you?
Yeah, I had an arena name. Vigari had an arena name. She still uses it.
Well, imagine that was that guy's arena name. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to tell people who you are right away. I mean, look at me. I stand out. That's why I change into the human form of Bronder. That's why I do this. It works.
That is so cool.
Sure.
Well,
Maybe you
I mean-
could do it. You're magic now.
kind of.
And I'll just kind of like touch his face. Is like, do I feel the human flesh of Bronder, or do I feel beneath the skin and then still skin of like Shun?
Where are you? Like, are you here?
Yes, I'm there.
So, you would feel
Where
the
else
rough...
would I be?
I don't know, maybe like here?
Lower.
You feel the rough beard of Shun on, like, what looks like a much softer, less coarse-haired beard.
Strange.
Your paws are so coarse.
Well, I mean, you. I run on them. Why? And the calluses from training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you
So,
think
like-
they're going? What do you think they're going to name the baby?
I don't even want to think of that right now. I'm still trying to get over marriage. Marriage.
Mhm.
It's been 2 weeks.
That is 2 weeks too long for love.
I wouldn't call it love.
Neither would I.
I don't see it in his eyes.
I see fear, which kind of masks as love.
No. I think he likes her.
Oh, yes. But love? I do not know.
Yeah. Does seem a little wimpy. You won't just man up and commit already. Annoying. Maybe I'll just take a dagger to him, you know.
Yes,
Right next to his
yes.
chin. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
marry
I was
Byyyeee.
planning on. Oh well, not that part. I was planning on doing the dagger thing tonight.
Huh. Well.
Hmm.
That could work too.
Perhaps giving them time for a first date will let them figure it out.
They've already been on a date. They've been on a couple dates. There was the
They've
pancake
what?
date. And then there was the other date.
Hazel,
Vigari,
And then there's
Did-
arm wrestling.
did you and Pugy kind of like have little escapades during the journey, during the 2-week journey?
I'd imagine with how long it took, there were probably moments we like went off on our own when Sabir was asleep or like not around.
I'll say you haven't like kissed or anything yet, but definitely have spent time together alone and like, you know, talked and stuff.
Yeah. And I tell
Um,
Hazel everything because she's my best friend.
Well, maybe they have spent time together out in the wild, but now they're in a society. They have things that they can do and find out about each other. The thing is, Vigari is free for the first time. She has no idea who she is. She's trying to find herself. And, you know, her
First.
instincts are telling her that she wants to be with a person, so maybe if they work, it'll be great. And if not, they'll figure it out.
You know,
Yugi?
she can continue to find herself with being in a relationship with Pugy.
This is true.
So, you know. Who knows? We'll just have to see how it goes. Maybe being in the sanctuary will just overwhelm them with love and they'll just be like, we should get married. Oh, but then I'll be heartbroken because I won't be there. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen. If I don't get to stand next to Vigari's side, oh, it'll break my heart.
I lean in. Do you guys want to, spy on them?
Yes.
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 Oh, I forgot you were here. Okay, here is the plan. I'm gonna go invisible. Hazel, you turn into something small. Can you do anything?
Oh, I can do a number of things. Give me a second here. I'll set it all up.
Oh, that sounds so cringe.
Sabir,
Yes.
what are we going to do about you?
Well, I can try something, but can you show me how you did the invisible thing?
Maybe. I'm feeling kind of tipsy. Well, it kind of starts in a feeling of it's primal. I remember back to the times when I was a child running away from the children, and I also remember my time in captivity and how I wanted to just disappear, and then it happens.
Okay. Alright. Wait, are we doing this now?
Oh god. Let's get closer. Wait, where did they go?
I don't know.
Make sure. Okay. Let's get there and then do the thing.
That's
Okay.
a good idea because when I become a spider, if somebody steps on me, I'm gonna die.
Why a spider? I hate
I would
them.
never step on you.
I'll
I
think of something
hate
else
spiders.
small.
They
That's
taste
just,
gross.
you know.
They crawl on you. They're
They
like
taste gross. When did you eat a spider?
Hazel. I was tortured. They didn't feed me. I had to eat what came through. They were my friends first, and then I had to eat them. It was not fun.
That doesn't sound fun.
No.
That does make sense though.
Yeah. It's
Because
quite
I was
sad.
thinking about when we were all in the cave together, and I was like, I don't think Sean ate a spider, but that does make sense.
Many.
Hmm.
And they fight. Oh. Anywho, I'm gonna go pay the tab, and we will go.
Or we could just walk out.
No.
Sabir, we might come back here. We should probably pay.
Yeah, true.
And then if we
Yeah.
don't come back here next time, we can just walk out.
I can't get over how chaotic Zephyr is right now.
Listen, I'm following your lead. Lion Man. I got to think of a nickname.
For me?
Mm.
Oh. Well. I don't know. Well. The hero of
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
yeah, of course.
And I walk over to the bartender and just
How much for the tab?
That'll be... Call it 4 gold should be enough for everything.
4 gold? Jesus. What if I were to pay you 5 for an even 5?
Tips are always accepted and appreciated.
Do you know of anywhere?
I just walk away. I just walk away. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for coming to the Broken Blade Tavern.
Of course.
Y'all have a good day. Come back now.
Behind him, you said there was a bunch of like weapons and stuff like that. Just
The bar. Imagine like a Fridays. Every wall has all sorts of like weapons and armor and shields, and like there's all sorts of different things, staffs, wands, everything. Like
Is there
all throughout.
Is there a shovel anywhere?
There is a shovel.
How much for the shovel?
Oh, none of these testaments of heroes and fallen soldiers is up for sale. Thank you, though. I appreciate you admiring it.
You are telling me that a hero and used a shovel and a soldier used a shovel in combat,
Yes.
and it is a testament to their sacrifice.
Every item in here tells a story of someone who served.
Tells a story, eh? Sean, come quick! A story about a shovel soldier.
The Shovel Knight.
I have heard of these shows. Yeah.
Have you heard this one?
No.
Do you know it to be true? Okay, well, you haven't heard it. Maybe another time. We have a wedding to ruin.
You mean attend?
Attend. Ruin.
Oh, just back up.
What a strange group of people.
And yet they saved my life.
And she turns around, hops off the bar stool, and walks out following you guys. Okay. It's 10:20. How are we feeling?
I love this.
I feel fine.
Amanda?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tired, but I can definitely keep trucking if this isn't gonna turn into like an hour side quest.
Let's call it here.
We'll leave it on
Okay.
a cliffhanger.
We'll leave it on a cliffhanger just because, like, I know you have a more strict bedtime stuff. And then we'll pick it up next time because I don't want to just rush through what happens next.
Oh no.
And it
No,
gives us
no, no,
time
no.
to plot and ploy. And Marcos, the DM, can think of things he might want to throw at us.
This is your guys' campaign, man.
The
So
wedding.
that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you all very much
yeah.
for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. It was really good.
Yeah. And before we head out, we had another follow, Australia Moon. Thank you,
Australia Moon,
for
for
pushing us
following.
over the 80 follow. So now we're at 81.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And then
We got-
DeCuban,
With a resub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
Let's
3-month
go.
tier. Heck yeah. Thank you. Way to go,
Thank you,
Cuban.
Also-
to Cuban.
Did we already do Chris Caffin?
We did do Chris
Chris
Caffin. Chris
Yeah, at the
Caffin.
beginning.
Thank you again, though, Chris
Oh.
Caffin.
Hell yeah.
And thank you,
I think-
thank you again, Birdstrike, for the cheers.
Yeah, and I
And
think, thank you
you,
for the
Mo.
cheers. I think Chris Caffin mentioned that Birdstrike mentioned or was like talking about us, and that's why they came through.
Hell yeah.
So
That's
look at that,
awesome.
word of mouth.
Yay.
Well, we
Thank
hope that you
you.
enjoyed the session.
No, thank you,
Yay!
Chris Caffin.
Glad you thought it was fun.
We have fun.
Hell yeah. Thank
That's
you,
all.
Bird Strike. That's awesome.
Well, Chris,
And also,
if you-
you're our
if you-
bits leader, so congratulations and thank you very much. Hell yeah.
Took out Dr. Drazik.
Yes. Chris Caffin, if you like, this, then come around every Tuesday. And if you like video games, come around every Thursday and Sunday.
It's true. It's true. And then
And maybe even more days.
yeah, we said it earlier, we're planning on doing something like as a group, maybe some fan stuff. And then we have something to help celebrate the 75 mark. So more stuff coming your way, Chris Caffin. Just yours, nobody else. Just kidding, it's everybody.
It's everybody.
It's just
Chris. Matt, you want to count us out?
yeah.
Birdstrike it is fine. It is fine that you miss it, but it's I will miss you more.
They will be on YouTube, so you can always go back and
Yeah.
check if you would like.
where you can see at Quest Accepted D&D for our the uploads of the D&D stream, and then at Quest Accepted Games, the actual channel is called Quest Accepted Gaming, where you can see all the gaming VODs. So go
Steve, can you delete that
subscribe over
spam,
there.
please?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
All right. In that case,
Matt, as you were.
in 3, 2, 1.
Bye.